Welcome to this week's episode of Hardy Hatchlings. Conscious it's been a minute since you spent some time with us, but what we thought we'd do on this one is catch you up on the last couple of months worth of work that have been happening over here on the homestead. We've not been idle in terms of getting stuff done, but we have not got quite as much done as we would have liked. But we'll kick off here. This is where you would have seen in one of our last videos, Chloe and I running down the garden there. This is what Jacob and I were able to dig out. So this is the foundation for the woodshed. And Joshua dug it as well. So you can see this was many wheelbarrow loads worth of dirt into the wheelbarrow and then moving it on and out. It's a good size. I need to get the measuring tape out, but the plan is to put 4 big posts in each of the corners, slanted roof on it, and then use that as our woodshed. It's in the works. I need to work out how I'm going to be getting together the pennies that I'll need for the relevant bits and pieces, but leave that with me, and I'm sure that over the course of the weeks we'll work out other ways that we might be able to do it, whether that's finding old logs or whatever that is. Anyway, come on, let's carry on up the garden and we can talk about something else. So walking up the garden now, you may be able to see, if you're looking at the grass in the background, quite nice patterns. Oh, tree nearly took you away there. You'll be able to see some quite nice patterns in the grass. You caught us on a pretty blustery day, but we've got a new robot lawnmower that does that for me because I was sick of pushing around the lawnmower over a space of 2 days to cut this grass, and having only been here just over a year and gone through 2 ride-on lawnmowers because the second-hand lawnmower market is quite something. We've made the decision and made an investment so that now Puddle Glum can cut the grass while we sleep. This is Puddle Glum, the latest addition to the clan, a Momotion all-wheel drive Luba 3 or something like that. You can do up to 5,000 meters squared, which is fine for property like this because you can get absolutely everything done, and he'll quite literally just work day and night cutting the grass down to the levels that we want. Easy, simple to put up together. I was a bit concerned when he first started because I thought he was a little bit soft for cutting some of this grass, but he's proven me wrong. And you can see the results speak for themselves. So I'm pretty happy with that, especially as I'm not the one having to do it. Good work. So the chickens have now been moved into an electric fence. They've been fenced off up here. They're digging through this rough ground, and what we're going to do is we'll extend the fence out in this area here where we're not actually cutting the grass, we're just letting it grow. It allows the chickens then to get as much nutrition as they want from the ground, digging and scratching up the grass and the nettles and everything else. It's another blustery day, as you'll be able to hear from the microphone and everything else. Just come up to take a quick look at them this morning and realised that the window's blown out overnight and quite literally disappeared into thin air. So if I can't find it, we'll have to do another quick fix using a feed bag, and we'll be able to fix the mirror and give them some better shelter in there. But we're starting to collect eggs. Production's up and down quite a lot. Some days we're getting, I think I've just counted about 9 eggs. Some days we're getting maybe 3, and from 18 hens, a cockerel, and then a chick that we've hatched out recently and given to one of the girls to raise. That's not terrible, but it is certainly less than what I would like. I'd much rather see significantly higher production from them. Hopefully with the longer days, I mean, it's not getting much longer than it is already. It's now starting to get shorter. But with the longer days, the warmth, bit of sunshine, and good forage for them, we'll hopefully have plenty of eggs in the coming days and weeks. We've stopped keeping the feed bags in the bin because it allowed us to, well, it actually stopped us from being able to put as much in. So what we do now is cut the bag open, I'll show you in a minute, and store the full bags in the bins. That way we can keep 3 and a bit feed bags. So you're looking at 60, 70 kilos worth of food in here. That'll last us a wee while. And then every few days we just fill up the chicken's feeder, hang it off the tree, stop rats being able to get at it, and they'll then work their way through it. Oh, thank you, my darling. Yeah, you got the staple gun? Yeah. Well, we'll fix that window in a minute, okay? Can you pop it down there next to the bin? Thank you, my darling. Alrighty. Right, let's go to the shed and grab some feed bag, and then let's get this window fixed. Oh, what are you two ladies doing? Apart from making a big mess. Huh? Oh, I've done it in here as well. Nice. Surprising myself here, my forward planning. Okay, well we've not got a bag of feed because Daddy's realised he's actually emptied all his bags of feed into the bins already. I'm clearly one step ahead. Okay, well we're going to need a bag to put on here, one of these plastic feed bags to put on there. Right, we'll take the eggs, we'll go get a feed bag, empty it into that one, and then we can fix the window, okay? Will you pass that to me then, sweetheart, and I'll put it over here. You got that? Have you got the keys? I think the keys aren't in here. Can you grab me the keys, please? Thank you, darling. They're hanging up in the kitchen. Oh, oof, he says that's sore to sit on. Another addition to the clan is Bree, our workhorse. Did I really need a quad bike and a trailer to get up and down our garden or mincing around the fields? Probably not. But I tell you what, it makes carrying the feed and pulling the coops around the place and whatever else needs done a whole lot easier than me doing it and wrecking my back more than it's already wrecked. So he does, however, have a bit of a flat tyre, but plenty of tyre sealant will sort that out. I've got a refill coming pretty soon. In fact, today, I think, and we'll get this tyre done and we'll get his trailer sorted as well. Anyway, that's right, darling. You do that in a sec. Let me just get this plugged in. You are such a good helper.
Does it blow out when you screw it on?
Kind of. Right, darling, press the button. Also, Jacob and I, a few weeks ago now, in fact, maybe even months ago, it's amazing how time moves, built these ourselves. These are, I want to say Langstrop.
I help you.
Oh, yeah, and Joshua helped me too, obviously. They wouldn't have been built without you. So we put these together. This is 2 hives that we're planning to get some nukes for. So anyone that knows access to some cheap nukes, let me know. Because again, we're trying to do this on a budget. Or if there's a swarm near you and you live somewhere in South Lanarkshire, give me a buzz. I'm happy to come and get stung a lot while I try and capture a swarm and take it away for free. Again, trailer, helpful for moving things around the place. At the moment, all it's really good for though is safari tours for the kids. So put the little ones in it, drive them around the fields around here, looking at the sheep and rabbits and hares and whatever else we can see as we're going around the place. Going through the long grass, which they enjoy a lot. But it's going to help us in the future as well as we sort of scale up and when we start thinking about bringing pigs in as part of the mix. Yeah, potentially even sheep, although I'm undecided on that one. I think it's probably better for me just to buy some lambs, some year-olds from a local farmer than me have to worry about them on the top bit of the grass. Yeah, let's get some feed, go up to the top, fix this window, and then that might be it for us. Bit of a short episode, but a quick welcome back to us, the clan, and everything that we're doing. You helping? good, is it? I can't even get you because he's on the other side. There we go. As you can see, this isn't the first time we've had to jerry rig a window for the hens, but that's okay. I think that way is probably preferable. Yeah, that makes sense. We've got everything we need? Yeah. Staples in there?
I don't know how to open this thing.
Don't worry, there's some in there. I mean, there's not really much to explain to you here. I've opened up a feed bag, I'm stapling it on, and that'll then provide at least a windbreak for the hens and allow some natural light through. All that reuse, recycle stuff that you hear about. I'm certainly no eco warrior, but I'm always happy for a cheap fix. What do you think? Good? Yeah? We're there?
I think that's good.
I think we're there. It's got little holes in it anyway, so that should actually help. And it'll let light through. Ta-da! Done. Next thing we need as well is we do need to update the roof on this. I actually noticed that a load of these wee felt screws have poked through the old felt lining. So I'll get a tarpaulin or maybe even more feed bags, who knows, to waterproof this. Yes, it's an old shed. Yes, it's free from Gumtree. It's still sound, it's still watertight. The birds aren't getting wet in there. It's somewhere dry for them to sleep, and that's about it. Sleep and lay. This isn't some sort of, I don't need to build a hotel for chickens. They don't need air conditioning and, you know, double beds and all that sort of nonsense. They are animals and they provide us with eggs and sustenance and meat. And that's it. And we just provide them somewhere clean and dry to lay their eggs. Come on then, what's next?
Maybe go back down on the flood bag.
We had a broody hen. She was sitting on a load of eggs. She wasn't interested in eating or anything, so we put some eggs through our incubator. We put 2 through, separated her out, put the eggs under her, well actually hatched the chicks and then swapped them out over night time. Unfortunately, one of them, a little black chick, was caught by something, probably some sort of kite or other bird of prey, because it decapitated it and ate some of it and then left it in the long grass over there. But that little one there is now a couple of weeks on. The mum's starting to lose a bit of interest in it, which means it's starting to be able to be more independent. But it's really nice to see them just cutting about, and yeah, bit of new life, bit of a new addition to the flock. We'll see if it's going to end up being a layer or a roast dinner. All right, back down on the quad. Appreciate bit of a random one this week. Lots of stuff going on as I'm trying to show you around the place and some of the future plans, whether that's the big woodshed that we're going to be putting in, so look forward for that. The hives, getting them up and running. I've got a guy now who I can get the hives off pretty cheap. Just need to find out where I can get the bees from. So watch us as we work our way through that also. Chickens, optimising them now. We've moved everything up to a centralised location. We've got the electric fence around to stop the badger attacks and the fox attacks, which wiped out all of our ducks and a number of our hens. And yeah, still got the tarpaulin behind us. Still plans to get the garden going. Appreciate we're now in June, getting into July. So, I mean, I've left it to the 11th hour, but look, these things happen one day at a time. It's a marathon, not a sprint. We're here for building food and resiliency for the generations, not just for ourselves this week, but for the years to come. If we don't see you before, bye for now.